Hey, we're Park Road, Carlos and Tom, and we are just about to release our debut album, The Novel, probably released by now actually. And yeah, we're Park Road, five-piece band. We've got Angus, who plays the guitar, Leo, who plays guitar and vocals, and TK also, who plays the drums, who aren't here. Thanks for having us.
No worries at all, boys. Thanks for joining us today.
Uh, Epic to be here.
No worries. So, as you say, boys, Park Road will be releasing your debut album, The Novel, this Friday, May the 24th. So, how are you feeling? Is excited, nervous, anxious, all of the above?
Anxious to get it out. It's been a long time coming, so I think we're all pretty anxious just to have it out there and show everyone.
No. Yeah, so, what's your mindset like going into a debut album? Like, do you put all your best stuff on there and throw it out? Do you sort of be a bit more thoughtful about it? You want to showcase different sides of the band? Like, is there a thought process?
Mm, I don't know. It all sort of. I feel like our process is quite like fluid. It's sort of like it just sort of um we just write the songs and it just sort of takes on its own sort of characteristics, and it sort of just ended up being what it is. There was a thought process, but it wasn't like we want to do this
Yeah.
like exactly. It was like, we'll do what we want to do and then put the pieces together.
Yeah,
Sounds like you didn't put too much pressure on yourselves, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of felt like the songs weren't it wasn't like a concept album, it kind of just like the songs came up and like we just kind of went along and they came at the right time and
Mm.
trusting the process kind of thing.
Gotta love it when a plan works, don't you?
Yeah. In saying that though, I do feel like the track listing and stuff does make for quite a um like quite the experience. It's sort of even though they weren't really meant to be like like a concept album, whatever. Um, I think we found a way to link them all together in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, cool. So tell us a bit more about the album from a musical point of view and what you were going for with it.
Um, hmm. It's sort of just um a culmination of everything that we'd been doing previously, to be honest, with the inclusion of some new influences, but rock and like aspects of pop and stuff. Um, yeah, lots of different stuff.
Yes, cool. You've released the singles Every Night, Save the Planet, Secrets, Ride, and Call Me Up. So would you say that they're a good sonic representation of what to expect, or are they just scratching the surface?
There's definitely a bit of a different kind of vibe in the ones that haven't been released. I think there's probably a few more of the slower ones or
Hmm.
sad songs, the bit more intimate ones which didn't really feel like singles. And yeah, there's definitely some new sounds which we haven't really like explored yet on the unreleased ones, which I'm excited for people to hear. Hopefully they resonate with in some sort of capacity. But yeah, definitely a bit of a bunch of different kind of vibes throughout the album, not just kind of one sort of sound or one sort of style.
Yeah, cool. Okay, can you elaborate on that a bit for us, bro? Like you say, the other songs that haven't been released have got a bit of a different vibe and a different feel. So how so? Like how are they different?
Well, there's one song which is kind of like just super stripped back, kind of just guitar. There's a couple of those kind of
Mhm.
with a bit of bass and just real kind of one yeah, I just wrote in my room and it was kind of like during the Auckland floods. And then there's one called Tonight Eye, which is a bit more um how would you describe Tonight Eye?
Tonight I is probably it's probably closest to Secrets in terms of like musical content. Yeah, but I'm excited for people to hear that one.
Yeah, and then there's one that like we started out kind of adding instruments how we normally kind of do it, and then we ended up kind of just stripping everything back, and Leo just went crazy on like the production side of things. Um, and so it ended up sounding like a completely different song, and that's the title track, the novel, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's basically like ambient all the way through, and then something happens at the end.
Oh, we like it when something happens. The press release says that the songs on the album are reminiscent of early the 1975 and Spacey Jane. So, can you elaborate on that? Like, how are they similar?
I'd say in terms of like the some of the guitar like melodies and some of the songwriting in terms of the 1975. And I think after we went on tour with Spacey Jane, and I think just like their songwriting is like super beautiful and simple, and I think we got really inspired by that, and just kind of how the instruments sound, you know, like really tasteful layers, and the guitars kind of like not just going the whole time, having a bit more like yeah, direction and like tastefulness to the not having anything against the thrashy guitars, they're great too.
There's only so much of it you can take.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to put the pressure on you a bit, boys, but I know this is only your debut album, but have you given any thought to how your music's going to progress in the future? Like, is sort of have you got an idea of where you want to go, or are you just taking things as they come?
Well, we've kind of started making some new stuff for album two, so I guess that's something that we have been thinking about a little bit. Um, I feel like this debut album feels quite like the first. It feels like a debut album where everything's really fresh and like quite almost innocent in some ways. And I think maybe the album two, like having a bit more maturity on the.
I think album 2 will definitely be a bit more mature and probably a bit more complex, as you would expect from a second album.
Yeah, but I feel like also a lot of it is still in the unknown, and waiting to be figured out or found or.
So just tell me to shut up and mind my own business. You're focusing on this debut album now. You don't want to look too far in the future. Yeah, Park Road toured Australia for the first time last year as part of the SXSW Sydney Festival. So how we received over here? How the crowd get into it?
It was a bit of a weird one because it's like it's not quite like your typical. It's like a industry sort of showcase thing.
Okay.
So it was like a lot of like showcasing to like industry professionals and that sort of thing. So the crowds were usually like quite small and like sort of like handpicked pretty much.
All right.
So we haven't really had the authentic touring experience in Australia yet, but in saying that, we'll be going over there in like a week or something. So
Yeah, next Thursday.
yeah.
You are indeed. Well, that was my next question. You are coming back with the Rions and Blusher later this month, starting in Melbourne on the 31st of May, and then you go through Hobart, Adelaide, and Brisbane, and finish in Sydney on June the 15th. So tell us a bit about those shows and what people can expect from Park Road over here.
I think yeah, like Carlos said, we're just excited to get in front of some proper Aussie crowds, and I feel like it's kind of cool because we're first up on the bill, so kind of got nothing to lose. Just gonna go over there and hopefully smash it and just have a good time, and yeah, hopefully be able to come back soon. And
Just demand that you come back, mate. Cut the hopefully out and just say we're fucking coming back, whether you like it or not.
yeah, actually, that's good advice.
All right, guys. Well, thanks very much for your time today. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. Their debut album, The Novel, is out this Friday, May the 24th. The boys will be over here from May the 31st. So check out their socials, check out their music, and give them a big Aussie welcome when they get here.